Okay, everybody, Bizzarefurhead has told me that he has, quote-unquote, broken the gray Buick. I think I know what he's done to it, because the headliner was coming down in big, saggy pillows that made it very irritating to drive this automobile.
Yes, it did.
The only thing that was more irritating was what happened in the pink Buick, where it got that big hole in it that came down over your eyes while you were driving.
Because Dad would wear a straw hat.
Yeah, so Dad would wear a straw hat to keep it from coming down. But man, if you had the windows down on the pink Buick, you got to do it about 70 clicks. That thing would sit there and buff it, put on a big old bass note like you wouldn't believe. If I could have figured out how to turn that into an active subwoofer, we'd have had something figured out.
Okay, so yeah, you have to look in the car and see what's missing.
I have to look in the car and see what's missing. Even though I think I know, well, the radio's missing.
Gee, maybe you should fix that by now.
Well, let's see here. I see some plastic trim pieces on the dash. Well, what the heck did you do to the seat? Oh, the seat's got a bad case of dandruff on the headrest. Oh, this is getting better. Oh my goodness. He done took out the headliner.
I done broke it, Batman.
Wow. I always wondered what it looked like up there. There's a lot of extra wiring up here. Of course, some of that's invariably for the dome light, and that connector over there is probably, where is that thing? I can see, yeah, there it is right there. There's a connector probably for the mirror map light. So let's see, where did you put it?
Okay, hang on. First of all, I know there's a lot of cars out there in the world like this.
Yeah.
And people are probably wondering, Bizzarefurhead, I've tried that. How do I get those stupid side moldings off?
How do you do that?
Very easily. I mean, I managed to hurt myself a couple times on the fingertips.
Yeah, because
what you do, the hardest part is this corner piece right here. I broke the driver's side one somewhat, but it can be fixed. Don't worry. I am the Furhead. I am a thinker.
You're something, all right.
I have to crap out a good way to fix it.
I was just going to say you're more of a stinker than a thinker, but okay.
What you do, I'm going to use this piece here to demonstrate. You want to grip it fairly tight and just pull. On the top ones, you want to rock it inwards. So you want to roll it.
Oh, so rock and roll. So you just put on like a 60s, 70s music station.
And you want to be very careful. This is old, brittle plastic. And once it comes loose, you don't want to just rip it off, because it will break and you will be up shit creek.
You'll probably also hurt yourself on some of this seam work in here.
But it's held on by metal tab clips, which are really annoying.
Yep, see those there?
And you want to label your parts. On the driver's side, there was 3 parts. This piece, and that piece. On the passenger side, because GM back in the day loved to overthink things, on the passenger side, there's 5 pieces.
Okay. Well, go on and show us what you got in here. I'm about running out of videotape, bud. So let's go in here, and there's Furhead's tool organizing pegboard, which looks very nice. Click on these nice lights and see what you've got here. It looks like you cut all the fabric off of this, and now you just have to clean off all this old nasty glue and foam.
The best way to take care of this foam is a stiff bristled brush. You're probably thinking, Bizzarefurhead, I have tons of those. Wire brushes, they're the best thing to use. Wrong.
I wouldn't use a wire brush on that.
Well, on some of them you can. The stiffer ones you can. But one like this, a press board, you want to use a stiff bristled, plastic bristled brush. That way, with every swipe you do, you're not tearing into this soft press board. And you want to, you're going to make fun of me because I did something wrong, but not majorly wrong. As you can see, I've ripped out the majority of the fabric.
Yes.
You don't really want to do that right away like I did. Because if you flip this thing over on your side, Bill, you can see it. But you can see you want to kind of maintain the same distance that the factory did.
Yeah.
If you come up too far, you're going to have too much fabric back there. But if you come up too short, your backing is going to be showing. Stay tuned for part 2 of Furhead's Adventure Time.
Furhead's Adventure with Buick roofs?
Yeah.
You ought to hang this above your bed. Get yourself a set of like those I can't think of what they're called, but those gas-charged cylinders that lift up like doors on minivans and hoods on cars and topper.
Pneumatic pistons?
Yeah, something like that. Make yourself a 4-poster canopy bed out of this.
That rains rotten foam.
Yes, it rains rotten foam as you toss and turn in the night. And eventually when the cylinders lose their charge, it comes down on you in the night and tries to suffocate you or something.
Now, the thing that I realized that was a major pain in the ass, this has been down before.
Really?
Yes, it has been.
How do you know?
Because I don't think these are original. These are styrofoam.
Well, somebody marked this right here.
Yeah,
Somebody
I did,
marked
so
it
I remember
rear.
which way it went.
Oh.
The original way was these glue dots.
So you think somebody had occasion to take this down
Yep.
and then put it back up again?
Don't do that. You'll peel the whole press board up.
Okay, well, I'm about out of tape, so I got to stop for right now. But this is certainly
right there, as you can see if you pull that up.
this is certainly very interesting, and you're going to reupholster this.
Yep.
Is that correct? It'll be interesting to see how you do that, because I know one thing for sure: when you went online and looked for information on how to do this, you couldn't actually find any for this car. Now, I'd seen some years ago on some website somewhere back when I was active on Usenet, and it pictured one of those Buick Olds Pontiac cars, but I have long since forgotten the URL, and it may not even be online anymore.
Well, this is for an '88 Buick LeSabre Custom.